I'm gonna be truthfully honest on this one. I actually did not want to record this video. I actually hit up the owner of the Discord to explain, hey, what was going on? No response. I actually included this group in the top 3 Discords a couple months ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, but things have taken a bigger change. My name is Rashod. I cover stocks. I cover a whole bunch of other things. And this one, truthfully, I didn't even want to do it. I want you to make money, my brother. This is more of a vendetta and an FU to one particular person who really tried to screw me and another person over for no particular reason whatsoever. For those that don't know what Discord I'm talking about, I am 100% talking about Wealth Squad. I found out about it. I'm like, okay, cool. This is cheap. This is actually pretty genius. It's a good idea. Not to be fooled. I am no angel here. I know the game and I know how to play it. Truth be told, there's a lot of people that come in and they're like, what's going on? They primarily do is front loading. Now, I'm not talking about Chris Johnson who owns it, right? He's more into crypto now. I don't even think he really pays attention to it anymore. He just assemble the people, let them run it, and he just focuses on crypto and he goes about his day. But there is some secrecy that is going on with the admin. In particular, we're gonna start with Michael Crow. Me personally, do I think that he has an idea what's going on? I'm sure he does, 100%. I have an idea he knows what's going on, but I don't think he knows to the magnitude of what's going on, right? There's this particular person, I'm probably gonna show his name because honestly, this guy. He really just tried to act like me and another guy were a bad person after coming out of nowhere and being like, hey man, I'm sorry for what I said. This person, he tried to call me a pocket watcher months ago when I put him on to another stock trader, a guy named Rippy God. I put him on, and he said, hey, we're break even. He said that I was pocket watching him because I asked him how many contracts he got. He came back, apology like, hey, I shouldn't have called you out your name, almost a whole year later. That should have been a red flag to begin with. This isn't a young man. This is a middle-aged 30-some-year-old man. We form a group. We're in there. We're all trying to find good trades, good stuff, easy money. That's how the stock market is. You should be getting easy money. So we paid for Jim Cramer. I don't know if that was the best idea. That probably wasn't an amazing idea. But at the time it was. We're focusing in on Wealth Squad. Now what he wanted us to do was to go, and he would go talk to Michael Crow in the options chat thing or whatever, because in Wealth Squad you have options chat and current option idea. That's where they post their levels and whatnot. He wanted us to go in there, put emojis under his post saying how Crow was such a great person. He wanted us to do that so that Crow would see that in particular he was speaking to him, like he had a lot of people behind him. Really, it's just like a getting close to the plug so that you don't have to go through the middleman. That's essentially what he's doing. I promise you, none of this is a lie. This is 100% truth. I didn't want to do it, all right? Because I actually like Michael Crow. He got close to Michael Crow so that he then could get the signals early. What do you gain from getting signals early, right? A lot of people in Wealth Squad, they call stuff for cheap. So for instance, we get a stock option. It costs 30 cents. 30 cents per contract is $30. You times what it is, 0.30 by 100. So you're looking at $30 a contract. If you sit there and you really think about it, Wealth Squad has over 30,000, 35,000 people in there. If all of them are getting a contract, you have something that is called, as an IV spike, your premiums increase. So the premiums shoot up, meaning, oh, it was at 30 cents. Oh, since everyone's trying to get in, the market has to adjust to that. So they're like, okay, let's shoot it up to 40, 45, 50 something cents. Depending on how many people are trying to get it, it's going to make it increase. It's going to increase the premium. What does that mean? If somebody was to perhaps get in a whole bunch of contracts early and you now have 30, 35,000 people all trying to, say they just buy one contract. They're all trying to get a contract. That premium spike, whoever had it early could then sell to the people that are trying to get in. They could get in and just sell off their contract. Now, what could I do? Okay, so it's $30 a contract. 10 contracts would be $300. 100 contracts, $3,000. I could get 200 contracts. So I'll put up 6,000, right? All right, for people that have bigger accounts. I get up 200 contracts and it jumps up 10 cents. That's $2,000. When you get more contracts, the little cents that it moves, it's more that you can get. So that's $2,000 right there. So someone could then abuse this system, correct? They could then abuse it. You could just sit there and whoever got in early, they could sell to the members that are trying to get in. And the ones that got in, they notice their contract's not moving. They're just stuck in there because they got in late because the premiums had moved up, and now they're just stuck in there, and it drops down, and then you're told to average down on it, right? And I'm gonna show you proof. I want y'all to see on the screen proof of it, right? What I'm showing essentially is that he ended up getting the stuff early. And the problem with Discord is when you go back and scroll over something, it won't show you the exact time that it's sent. So I can't go back because at the time I didn't plan on exposing any of this. I'm like, whatever. I'm a mercenary. I don't give a shit. But when you try to screw me over and screw over another person, you gotta go. For instance, on screen, you see EXCL, the ticker that, right? That was sent minutes before it was actually posted to Wealth Squad. So with someone with that information, they could sit there and get in early. And then as soon as everybody's trying to buy it, you could sell it to the members. You could do that. ATVI, I'll show the put on here. That was also said, and that was said before it was actually alerted to Wealth Squad. This person that you see that's getting it now, they're later. So I'm pretty sure there's other people that were also getting these said tickers. Now you got a whole bunch of people, they're buying multiple contracts. Then when he finally posted, everyone hops in, and miraculously, their average you're not getting filled at. Like instantly, the split second that it's posted, it jumps up and it's crazy. Like there's no way possible that you could pull up an option chain, get in that contract within 1 second of them posting it. Unless you got some type of bot or something that's running, which is just straight utter BS. It is a lie. You are getting scammed. You are getting fooled. And a lot of Crow's plays end up going pretty well later on. But just know off the rip, somebody is sitting there scalping you. That's why you're getting filled for a crappy price. Someone's scalping off the members, and it's so blatantly obvious. And I'm gonna show you another example. He actually said a play, and the spread was about 5 to 15 cents in the spread. So I see that said person I thought I was friends with has said it. And I'm like, I wonder if I can get filled in the mid. So I get filled, right? Like I said, I'm no saint. I know what's going on. I'm hip to the game. I'm not stupid. I know exactly what everyone in there is doing. I get filled. Then out of nowhere, the quote unquote friend at the time didn't even get in this. He wasn't even in this play. 400 to 600 other contracts came out of nowhere trying to buy it at the same price. And then next thing you know, as soon as Michael Crow was typing, I noticed those 600 contracts, they went on the ass side on the option chain 5 to 10 cents higher. And then next thing you know, once he stopped typing, disappeared. He started typing, it was put back again. And then when he finally sits there and types it, I see those contracts getting taken down. So that tells me somebody, more people got these plays, got in early, and then proceeded to load it up to where Wealth Squad is agreeing to come in there to tighten the spread so that they get filled no matter what, and then Wealth Squad has to struggle and try and get the scraps and the remains of the play. That's what I noticed. Another example for the people that think I'm just coming up with hot air, I'm just creating BS out of nowhere, all right? EGLX, it'll be on the screen. I'm showing all this, all right? You can notice when he called it, and I got on my phone just so I can 100%. It was a February 18th strike, 2.5 average 34 cents. He called it at 11:44. So you can look on time and sales to see how many people had bought stuff beforehand so that you know. If you look on the time and sales, you'll notice at 11:42, someone loaded up with 161 contracts and then 55. But if you look before that, you also notice it's just random contracts. 11, 6, 4, 6, 16, 11, 57 of them. They're all just lightly loading up right there. Now keep in mind, this EGLX, the 2.5 call, it's a penny stock. No one even cared about this. It was just like, you can't look at it now. Sadly, they won't let you look at the contract. If you were to look back, you would notice it was just the contract itself had no volume. Then out of nowhere, volume. Then once he called it, spike in volume, crazy spike in volume. Y'all are literally getting front loaded on. Just over and over, front loaded, just on these plays. So if you ever hop in and you're just down, you know what happened. He gave the play early to somebody and they sat there, they made money off of you. You got finesse. But it just doesn't stop there with Michael Crow. There was another person who they may have been getting the plays a little bit earlier, and that's going to be Kia. I really liked him at first. I was like, you know what, this guy actually smart. He can find some real good plays. He was doing good. He was on fire. And at some point, I don't know what happened. He just decided to start like really dicking over the people of Wealth Squad. I don't know why he chose to do it. I don't know what made him do it. He started throwing sectors out on people instead of like growth stocks at the time, because growth stocks at the time were hot. He started picking sectors and all that, and it just wasn't going. It was just destroying people's stuff, right? I don't know why he chose to do that. But he, the whole time, he came from Todd Capital, and then he had Wealth Squad. Now, before this, and this is the dead giveaway at the time, in Todd Capital, he would alert it first, and then next thing you know, in Wealth Squad, he would give a second. So you would get a pump initially, and then another pump. He then left Todd Capital, solely went to Wealth Squad, and at the time, he was calling bangers. Like, you could hold whatever, it was just heat, fire. This man was on fire. Whatever he hopped in, heat. But he also was sitting there, and he would hold off on telling his play. And I don't know how he ended up getting the link, or someone ended up giving it to me, to where he had a secret Zoom. it was a secret Zoom that he could get into. I'm gonna show you proof on this too, all right? Because I know some people are gonna see this and be like, nah, he's just a liar. No, I'm telling 100% truth. Now let's do a joint meeting. Let's see what it does. There I am currently, and what do we have here? What do we have here? I'm not lying on this. It was a secret Zoom, and these people in there hated Wealth Squad. It was literally like they treated them as if they were just some idiot monkeys, the way they would talk about it. And I didn't choose to record it, and that's my fault, so I can't prove it on that. Trust me, I've heard them reference, hey, alerted to Wealth Squad, alerted to Wealth Squad. They're gonna pump it so they can pump the stock up. So he would sit there and go and tell these people first. Wealth Squad would then get in, then a stock would dump down because they loaded up to go dumping on them. I don't know why he would choose to do that. I don't even know if they were paying him. A place you're getting paid, you would not give them the signal first over some people that aren't paying you. They ended up going on to form what is known as Profit Rocket. And there was a point in time I went there, and this is how you know they weren't even paying attention to what I literally said. I got on the voice one time. I said, are we still trading? Because they were talking about a whole bunch of nothing at like 9:45, 9:50 in the morning, Eastern time. They were talking about nothing. They were talking about nothing, just joking around. And they're like, oh, that's rude. You don't cut off people, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, who are you? And I'm like, I do YouTube. They're like, we don't care. I'm like, oh, remember this, okay? They be on there, they just talk crazy of them. They're like, I don't know how to trade. He was giving them all the plays that Wealth Squad was supposed to get, screwing them over, blatantly screwing them over. Now, if I'm Chris Johnson, why would I let someone be a part of which is VCG? Why would I let somebody be a part of that? And then next to also be a part of another group, Profit Rocket, and then also be a part of my group and let them talk trash about it and still pay them? Because I don't think he even knows that it's even going on. Nobody is even saying that. Nobody's even paying attention to this. I've watched a group go from being like one of my top 3 groups to just being garbage. And understand the market is garbage, but even before that, he would hold off on giving plays. All he would do was sit there, go in the options chat, and just start typing in there to where people miss a whole bunch of stuff because he didn't want to give out plays to Wealth Squad. So this is what happens when you join their group, right? This is what I've experienced for these past couple months. Honestly, after this video, you will not see me in the group. I don't even follow the plays anymore. Truth be told, I had more evidence or whatever you want to say, but I left the group that me and the other 2 people were in. I had dipped up out of there. I think it was one day I was just like, you know what, I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of like even just being associated with this person, because this person that chose to sit there and ditch us just did it abruptly. Like, whatever, screw y'all. Y'all figure out how to make some money in this crappy market right now. That's essentially what they did. So yeah, if you're watching this, you made it through the video, whoever that person is, you know who you are, I already posted your name. Take one of them. I don't care. I really don't care. No, Chris, I hope you see it too, man. You figure something out.